Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode. It's your host, Trey Jackson.
Justin Pewter.
And today, man, we got MMA Fighter Brandon Taylor, a.k.a. BT.
What's up, guys? Thank you
What's
for
up,
having
man?
me.
What's
How you
up?
doing, man?
Doing good, chilling.
How was the drive?
It was good. I got caught in a little traffic, I forgot the final was going on today, so I got hit with that and seeing everybody from like Miami coming down and FAU, so like that traffic was
true.
like a little.
That's a lot of people in town today.
Yeah.
But let's be real, it's not Houston. You're not in Houston if you haven't hit traffic at least.
Nah,
once.
exactly.
So
That's one thing about... No, go ahead. Not to cut you off.
But now I was like, saying like our traffic's so bad just because just like everybody's coming to Houston now, like people like diving in and just like to me personally, I think like the freeways and stuff are built terribly just because it's like you'll go like from 4 lanes, 3 down to 2, then down to 1 lane. It's like for what? So
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
there's like a lot of construction going
Houston,
on.
the only city that's an hour away from
everything
You know, you can be dead ass downtown
and be out.
and you want to go somewhere else, it'd be an hour.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy, man. But yeah, thanks for coming on. So, MMA fighter, tell us what made you want to get into fighting and the journey coming up. You can start from childhood.
So basically, it started off with me going to a daycare. I went to USA Karate. I was under Mr. Mike Tucker. Rest in peace to him. He's one of like my first coaches I ever had, and one of my longest coaches I ever had. So started there, and like me and my brother there, me and a couple of friends, we just went to daycare, and then like we just trained martial arts from a young age, and
That's cool.
And I progressed really, really, really fast. I had like just natural athletics, so they pushed me harder and harder. And then I just started like going to world tournaments, fighting in like Florida, fighting people from Japan, Jamaica, China, stuff like
really?
that, Australia, at a young age. So, and like the games are every year in Florida, so that's how like that love got
Is
into
it at the ESPN World Center?
No, it's not at the
Sports?
ESPN one. It's at like close to like it's not at ESPN because at that time the cheer stuff's on at ESPN, so it's like a little bit off to the side, but you still have access all to like the ESPN stuff. So
Gotcha. I've been there for both my brother and my sister.
Yeah.
Sister for cheer, brother soccer. So
Yeah,
that's
so-
pretty cool. Yeah.
But it was like that. That's what like imprinted like on this journey for me because like this sport and the sport of that, it's like it's so big but it's so small at the same time. Because at first when I was doing it back in the day, everybody looking at you like, oh, you're just a little karate kid. You're so lame. You're doing this.
Right.
You're doing backflips. You're doing this. You're not. But now it's like everybody wants to do it. Everybody sees the UFC, won championships, Bellator, and stuff like that. So it's like now I'm thankful that my parents and I met a coach who I still to this day I miss daily, who imprinted this journey of martial arts for me.
Well, also you can also say that you were in it way before like the bandwagon.
Oh yeah,
Which is pretty cool.
for sure.
Yeah. So like just curious, you said you did karate as a kid.
Mhm.
Did you go like all the way, like
All the
black
way.
belt? And
I had
everything?
my second degree black belt.
Yeah.
I got it. Like I got my first one when I was like I was young because I needed it to be able to compete in higher levels and more like world competitions and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then I ended up testing to get my second degree. I think it was maybe going into my 8th grade year, 8th or 9th. And so just doing that, and then when I have his perks, I met a lot of celebrities growing
Really?
up as a kid. Yeah, I was
dope.
almost in a movie and everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
When did you transform from like karate to actually MMA?
So I actually took a hiatus. I stopped once I got to high school just because I was doing more high school sports and it was more like required of me to be there after school and stuff like that because my older brother went to high school where I went to first and I needed to follow in his footsteps to be great. So I didn't really train as much. So I took like an 8-year hiatus just to focus on high school sports and college sports and stuff like that. But then I knew I was going to come back. It was like a master plan that I had. Like I didn't want to go to college for long. I just wanted to get experience and do stuff and then go back into my sport. If I was blessed to be able to go like pro in any like track and field or NFL or football, but I just decided like it's time to go back to training and then went back to training.
So you actually went to college?
Mm-hmm.
What degree did you get?
So psychology.
Psychology.
I was a minor
Nice.
in health because I went to the University of Miami first, and so up there I wanted to be a physical therapist. So and then I transferred to University of Houston, and once I transferred, they didn't accept all my credits because you was coming over to too many states, and which that does not make no sense to me because Miami's a Power 5 school and it's a private school. So it's like I have all these credits in like biochem, Chem 1, Chem 2, and organic chemistry.
Dude, I can't do that. I can't do chemistry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I dropped out of chemistry.
No, Chem 1 was smooth because me and my teammates was in it. Chem 2 was a little harder, but I took organic chemistry by myself, and then I took it during track season.
I've heard that's the hardest class.
And I didn't have a tutor, so I was like teaching it to myself on the airplane. So it was just like a lot of like test I was feeling.
Hey, but I like that. I like, you're figuring it out. You have no choice. So that's pretty cool.
Hold on, you say you went to the University of Miami.
Yeah.
Miami. Big U.
Big U.
That's sick.
Big U.
Okay, so all right, where was you born?
I was born in Houston, Texas.
Oh, you was born in Houston.
I was born in Houston,
Texas. I just wanted to make sure because I don't know if I asked that earlier.
Yeah, no, I was born here, but like I knew when I was getting my recruitment process is weird because like I always knew I was going to be great, you know. But back then, like when playing football, I was always undersized, so it was like I wasn't getting like the bigger offers that I wanted. And I saw like some people I was better than, but once that happened, I got one offer, then two offers, 3 and 4. Like it started just piling up. So I got some opportunities to play football and track at some places, but I was like, let's go down to Coral Gables. Let's go to Miami. So I took a visit out there. The head coach at the time was Coach Amy Dean. She's still there. And the men's sprint coaches who recruited me was Mark. I forgot his last name. But then when I got there, the men's track coach was Coach Diego. So when I got up there, they didn't let me play football. They wouldn't rock me down.
That's a good mentality to have.
Yeah,
knowing that you're great. Because, whenever you go through life, as a man, we face trial, tribulation, adversity, 24/7. You got to go with that mentality because if you don't have that mentality, you're going to lose.
Yeah, you're not going to do anything.
Yeah. And especially like being the youngest of my family. So it was like, I was like, I had to prove myself.
I was just you got a lot
I
to
had
prove.
to prove.
Got
like my brother, my mom went to college. She went to University of Texas. My dad ran track at University of Alabama. My brother went to Utah Valley. And then my other brother went to Lamar. So it was like, everything's resting on me, so it's like
you gotta be great.
I had to.
Bro, they already set the standard. Now you gotta either be, go past them or somewhat equivalent.
Yeah, and I had to get it in. Like I'm talking, I used to be by myself working out. Like you gotta do your core, you gotta do your push-ups, doing pull-ups every time I walk past and pull-up bar 10. I had to get big. Like my whole problem, I was undersized. Like my dad's I'm taller than my dad now. I'm 5'8", and my mom's she's like 5'9". So, my mom was short. She's 5'7". I'm still taller than her. So, but I was just undersized, and like I remember like going into high school, I was like 4'11".
What?
92 pounds soaking wet. And we ran triple option, bro. Like, and they was like, you gotta gain weight. You gotta break 100 pounds. And I'm talking about eating ice cream, PB&J daily, celeries, and peanut butter and all that together. First day of school, I was 94 pounds.
Damn. You need to get on that super mass gainer.
Yeah. Oh, they tried everything. Now I'm talking about they'll stop me in class like, Brandon, come here, eat this PB&Js.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like they tried everything.
That's crazy. So I got a question because I know as a kid growing up, a lot of your friends all end up doing karate or taekwondo. Like everyone probably does that at some point. I never did. Wasn't really ever too interested. So there was always a topic of debate. Like, okay, let's just say you become a black belt or maybe even a brown or just kind of high, right? I don't know all the tiers. Is it actually really useful in a legitimate fist fight in the street?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Especially at a young age, like I wasn't just doing like the kicks and stuff like that. My instructor, he was like renowned as an instructor back in the day. So he had me study pressure point fighting and stuff like that. So like if people who don't know what that is, like I know if y'all watched Avatar, the last Airbender, the little girl was like and hitting people.
Like,
yeah. So I actually had to study that and take an actual test on all the pressure points in the body and stuff. So I wasn't just like doing it for show.
It wasn't just like this cool fancy moves, like I'm a Jedi, look at me, and then
it was be able to like take care of yourself and
yeah, that's cool. But pressure points, those suck.
How was that feeling knowing you can F somebody up, fuck somebody up at a young age?
At a young age, it was like I was always like I'd like walk out with my chest out just because like I was small, but I knew I like it go down,
I'll take you out.
Yeah. And even now, like sometimes when I was like for a while I was vegan, so like I would like always go into like HEB and stuff like that, and I walk in, I look at my hands, and I'd be like, I could really go on a tear in this like HEB right now. Let me go get my vegetables, like, because people be mean mugging you when you like grocery shopping, like you in the wait and taking too long, and they be like staring at you, give you looks, and I'm just like, okay, like. So
how was the vegan diet since you mentioned it?
It was easy. Like how I got into it because somebody told me like, oh, you couldn't do it. Who can't do it? All right, let me show you. I said, I'm vegan. They know you're not. You're just eating a burger. Okay, I'm vegan after this. Just like that. And like they were vegan and like they were struggling. I was like cooking like big meals. I was on YouTube. I was like diving. I had time for like during COVID to learn and stuff. And I'm cooking like great meals, and they're looking at me like I'm getting bigger and stuff. They're like,
"How are you doing this?"
Yeah, and they're like, "Well, I just eat like salad to work." I said, "No, let me show you." And
that's dope.
Yeah, so
I kind of experimented a little bit. Like I actually, there's some really good vegan food.
Yeah,
I don't knock it at all. So like I don't know, like how long did you do it for?
I did it for 8 months. I actually messed up. I would have kept going longer, but I messed up.
Damn.
It was my birthday.
Why don't you just the next day? Go back?
No. It was like it was my birthday. It was like I was turning 23, and I left my vegan food at home. 'Cause I do a lot of meal prepping, and I left it at home. And I was like, man, I need to eat before I drink. So I went to Popeyes.
Oh, that's the worst place you can go, bro.
I took my first 2 shots. I say it's not the alcohol. It's Popeyes. I ended up like making it to like shot 5, and I threw all the way up.
Did you really notice a difference though? Because I feel like a lot of people just say, "I want to go vegan just to go vegan."
No, I did. Like honestly, and people are like, "Oh, you'll feel weak because I'm used to eating like steaks and like chicken breasts and a lot of like stuff like that." But I was like, no, like I'm eating probably more calories vegan because I was like supplementing a lot of vegetables.
Yeah.
And I didn't like vegetables like that for a while. So like every time like leading up to like I gave myself a hard start date. Like by this day you can be full vegan. So what I did was every time I went grocery shopping until those days, I bought one new vegetable I didn't like. So it started off like mushrooms, tomatoes, and like dates, and
kind of just like
start forcing myself to like it. I put them in every meal, and I started liking it. The only one I couldn't get down with is avocado.
Really?
Like, I still can't get down with avocado.
I love avocado.
I know, but I don't know. I wasn't like exposed to it as a kid, so like it doesn't like no.
The texture can be something to get used to.
And I tried it like on egg Benedicts and stuff like that, just to get it on toast and with salt, lime, with like chips, make it like guac. I can't.
Well, you know, like taking it way back, you know, before all this, you know, stuff, how society is now. Yeah. Like that's how we was surviving, like nuts, fruits, vegetables. Yeah. Yep. So by nature, that's what we're supposed to be.
We don't need any chemicals in our food.
We really don't.
Truly, and like that's what like I went like on a big deep dive, and there's like a documentary on Netflix or something with salmon. I used to be like a salmon advocate. I love salmon. I forgot what documentary it was, but it was like showing how really bad like the salmon is and stuff like that, because like the wild caught isn't really truly wild caught. They're raised in like nets in the wild and stuff like that. And it was like they're feeding off their own feces and stuff like that. So they're like, so it was like I wanted a big deep dive, but now like I eat salmon every day. Like I'm over that. Just like that.
Kind of like chicken too, like the farms that they are, you know, like it's pretty bad. That's why if like one chicken gets sick, the whole thing gets.
Well, also they on like I forgot the name of it, but it's like stuff that they give them to make them grow faster. I forgot what is
like
it?
Almost like a steroid. Because, basically a steroid, a strong steroid.
Because they grow real fast.
It's like HGH, but for animals.
Yeah. And then you like puff, like,
and then you consuming that. Yeah. Obviously, you gonna have some type of effect. That's why a lot of people. It kind of leads to like obesity. People have like medical issues and stuff like that.
Well, and I know another study where they're putting all these chemicals to make like baby animals grow so much faster than we're eating it. Like
cows too.
Girls, 12, young age, like developing more bodies at a much quicker rate, and they think it's all coming down the line from the food.
Processed foods.
And actually with that, like I did a research study when I was in Miami. Like the number one people who order steroids are adolescent women.
Really?
Yeah. It's
why?
Not even
why is that though?
Because they want to be more developed. Yeah, I did a whole research. Yeah, just anything like. Weird. And so how they were doing it, it was like they were like, let's say if me and you're cool and your family's going out of town, I'll order the steroids to your house. You're on vacation, I'll just go get them out of the mail and keep it. It's a big thing. It's like a big the number one people is adolescent women.
Well, I feel like that's big in Miami because let's be real. You know how Miami are. They got this. They got the BBL.
But it's like it's wasn't just Miami. It's everywhere. It's like a big thing.
So it's becoming more popular.
Yeah, and it's not that hard to get steroids. Like I've never used steroids. I've never done anything to enhance any like my performance, anything like that. But like researching and stuff like that. But it's you literally just go on steroid.com and find what you need and just order it like that. And it's like with no questions asked or nothing. So.
Damn, so you ain't gotta have no license. You gotta be what?
And that's how easy that's how easy it is.
Wow.
So damn, and that's why can you OD on them?
I don't know.
Because there's no instructions.
There's no instructions, but that's how people like Ronnie Coleman. You ever see like Ronnie Coleman back in his prime? He was real buff, but now like he's on like limping and surgery. There's all that like steroid use and stuff like that. That's
honestly, to get that big like Ronnie Coleman, what was the other guy? Chris Bum or something?
C-Bum?
Yeah. You have to. Let's be real. You have to take some type of substance to get.
And even when Liver King was popping, like I'm natural on this. Bro, you don't do all that.
He was exposed.
Yeah. Exposed. So
big exposed. But so. After high school, where was you looking? Like, was you just? Because I know you say you went to college, University of Miami. You went to U of H. So, I want to dive more after college because you still want to, you still wanted to fight and stuff like that. So, tell us about that transitioning into graduating and then, going
back.
Basically back to fighting and stuff.
So once all that happened, it was like during like COVID and stuff like that. So I was just sitting in the house, and I was just sitting training, and everybody went through something. Like COVID for everybody wasn't perfect, and COVID wasn't like the best thing ever for anybody. So rest in peace to everybody who may have passed away and stuff like that, or who actually got COVID. I never got COVID, but like I saw people who had it and had the effects of it. So it was really, really strenuous. So actually I lost one of my friends' dads to COVID and stuff like that. So I just saw how everything was affecting everybody, and I just like took it into my own time. I was just like, I was sitting at home all the time. I'm active. I need to go out. I need to go not go out and like party, but I need to work out and go be in the gym and stuff like that. So I was also like doing a lot of push-ups in the house, and like I didn't know what was next. Like everybody says, like once you graduate, you don't know what you're gonna do, like leaving your sport and stuff like that. And it was just like, who are you without your Division I stuff?
So you took that energy, channeled it, and just started training and training. Yeah. See, that's good though.
So like once like you can kind of go back into a gym. I found a team out here, and when I messaged the head coach, like I don't go anywhere that no one has accolades. Like y'all have accolades, y'all up and coming, y'all do stuff. But like let's say it was anybody, like I wouldn't do it just because like I don't want to go there if you haven't lived, like done it, did it, tried it. Like I don't want to go there. I don't want to be there. So I messaged that coach, and I started working with them, and like I didn't miss a day for like 2 years. Didn't miss a day of training for 2 years, and I was always early, like just running, doing like 4 or 5 miles, or at the time I was like big into biking. I'll do a 30-mile bike ride, then I go train and stuff like that. So, and then I just started training there, and it's like, okay, let's start fighting. We're ready, and then did a lot of like little not underground fights, but they're called like smokers, where you go just to get practice fights in, a hard sparring with other teams. And then once that happened, it was like, I want to take it to the next level. And then now with the team I'm with right now, 4 Ounce, shout out 4 Ounce Fight Club. I got over there with them. Actually, I was cross training to help my homie get ready for his fight. He fought in March 2021, and his opponent is about my size, build, and stuff like that. So you kind of go help.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
People help. Like they'll text you, hey, can you come over and help and give my guy some rounds? So you just go over there and help sometimes, and go over there and train with them. And then I just fell in love with the atmosphere at that gym, and I was just like, yeah, this is home. Mm-hmm. But it's like sacrifices, and that gym's like an hour and a half for me. So I drive an hour there every day. That's an hour, no traffic.
Really?
So I drive an hour there, then I gotta drive an hour home. But there's traffic, it's like hour 30 home. So
how many gyms are in Houston?
Oh, many.
Really?
Yeah. People train out of the garages. People train any and everywhere, and like, but like in the MMA community, like they have 4 Ounce Fight Club, Main Street Boxing. You have War. You have Metro Fight Club. Those like the predominant ones that's been around for a while. And then like there's other gyms like the Gracie Barr, you can fight out of like the West Chase and stuff like that. And it's cool. So everybody can like say like, oh, I trained this MMA fighter over here. But they can't be like a true MMA gym, but they can be, but just as long as you have some experience training, they'll let you go fight for any organization.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, do you have to like try out? Like, do you have to like fight?
That's what I was gonna say.
No, the smokers you go to is kind of your trial.
Okay.
So that's how your coaches can gauge where you are. Do you need to still train more and go do more smoker, like practice fights before we give you an actual one that starts counting on your record and stuff like that.
So do it be like scouts and stuff at the smokers?
Not really scouts. Like you'll see like other teams, like they'll be noticing you and stuff like that. And, your dude's good. And okay. And so like when kind of coaches hear that and they start to hear like little like buzz, like okay, and then they kind of pay attention to you more and they'll test you. Like I got tested in training, not in my smokers. My team, like they put it on me. Like when I first got to the gym, I didn't know anything about cage work, nothing. My first 2 weeks we did nothing but cage drill. I was getting tossed.
Really?
Left and right. Good. My homies, Alden, Jonathan Davis, they welcomed me really, really good. So,
that's cool. You got the experience and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, how many because I want to know this, how many fights do you have to have amateur before you go pro? Or it just don't matter? It's just whenever you feel like it?
Whenever you feel like it.
Really?
Yeah, you can be one and done. And and some people don't even do amateurs.
They just go straight pro?
They go straight pro.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, and on another note, so if that's the case, like, do you have to get like a license?
Oh, so yeah,
because you mentioned records.
Yeah, so everybody has to. If you're fighting, you have to have like a fighter's registration card. You have to get registered through like wherever's like state you're in and stuff like that, or like just with the commission and stuff like that. So you kind of carry it with you and stuff like that. Your fighter's register card. But yeah, you don't need amateurs. You don't need amateurs. You can go straight pro. Like some people, like John Jones did that back in the day, but they didn't have amateurs either back in the day. Mm-hmm. They just started fighting. Like my coach, Daniel Pineda, just like that. He's like 47 fights. Yeah, he fights in the UFC. He just won too last weekend. If y'all saw it, 50K bonus. So shout out to him.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's purely skill level.
Yeah, purely
so
skill level.
if you're just gifted, never fought before, but you try it, whatever, you go to a smoke.
Smokers, yeah.
Yeah, smoker, and you just kill them, basically. You can go in.
Yeah.
So what happened? So basically, if you fuck somebody up outside of fighting, you can go to jail.
Yeah.
Because that's technically a weapon, right?
Like, I think there's a point to you getting your training where you get registered, like with your hands, body, like Floyd Mayweather and all them, they're registered. They can't fight in public because they've trained so long for one sport. Like, if anything happens, even if they're like defending themselves, they're still.
So that's what that card is. It also comes with legal responsibility.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I need that.
Okay.
So
Hold on, nah, because what happened when he ran into Jake Paul? They was gonna fight.
they weren't gonna fight. I mean, the
Yeah,
security.
before he swung though.
Yeah, but the security guards right there, they're gonna take all that beef because
I think something would have escalated if
I
they
mean,
wouldn't.
but like, what happens if like legitimately you're walking down the street and like 2-3 guys come to start jumping you?
oh, then you're good.
You're gonna
Yeah,
fight.
yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Cool.
gonna fight.
Okay.
Well, at least I mean, at least you're secured, you know, because
Yeah.
that's basically a weapon, you know.
Yeah. So you just can't go out starting fights.
Nah,
Yeah, it has to be pure defense.
Yeah, pure defense.
Damn.
Well,
That's cool though. I had no idea you have a whole like card and everything. It's like similar to like a CDL. Like if you have a CDL, like your legal limit to drink is like half. So okay, that makes sense.
yeah. Do you feel like tempted when you feel like somebody testing you and shit?
No. I just laugh. Like, like I work in a bar too, so like people people get alcohol, they get a little bold in them, and I just be chilling and just vibing with my headphones on.
Bro, it's always the ones that's calm that you want to worry about, not the ones that's like rowdy, yelling and
It's just for show.
Yeah.
They make their self, looking like idiots.
Yeah, and sometimes if I'm not behind the bar or if I'm not like outside helping like doing like security, I just be chilling. And then I remember one time this dude grabbed me and I just smiled. He said, "Why'd you smile?" I said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So yeah. So, but I mean, I don't really get tempted because it's like I know, I pray that I can be able to worth more money than what I can dream I can be worth of. So it's like, why break my hands with somebody who,
or
just why break, just for a bum.
Let's just say peasant.
Yeah.
Peasant.
So like, why would I like jeopardize like my hands?
Your whole career.
Yeah.
One fight done. Yeah, that's
So how many amateur fights have you had so far?
Right now I've had three. So the fourth one is coming up on April 23rd.
And when do you plan on going pro?
It's more my coach's thing. I kind of want to win a belt first, but luckily, my team, we have 2 belts right now in this organization. We have the pro 125 belt and the amateur 125, and I fight at flyweight. So flyweight division is 125 pounds. So if we like God said the same, we win, we're gonna ask for a title shot in a different weight class, just because like why fight your teammate for a belt when we can keep adding more in the house,
Yeah, that's true.
So this fight coming up, not a title fight?
No, not a title fight.
So after this fight, you going?
Yeah, we're gonna try to get it.
And after that, pro.
I believe so.
Man, I say go for it. Don't hold back, man.
Nah.
Don't hold. I can just tell from the looks of it so far right now that you're just very confident in yourself, which you should be. Any person out there should be confident in themselves.
Yeah.
And having that mentality, it helps, especially like when you're going through hardships,
Yep.
especially training.
Training.
You mentioned you train 10, 15 weeks.
Yeah.
For a fight.
Yeah, some fights it like be like depending on like the hard, like the tougher the opponent. Some people like longer fight camps, so it'd be like 10 weeks, 12 weeks, or however long it is. And usually I like to go do a good camp just because I walk around a little bit heavier than most flyweights, just because I'm more muscle mass and stuff like that. But out of camp, I do like to eat because like you're dieting for so long. And then you lose all the weight to make your weight class. And then after, I just go on a rampage. Like I go on a food tour. I just eat wherever I want.
I mean, I would be doing the same.
Yeah.
If you're on such a strict diet and then you have no choice, why not, right?
So
Yep. So you mentioned earlier you went to the University of Miami.
Yeah.
Tell us about Miami because we always wanted to know.
Yep.
And I just want to know about the experience.
Nah.
I ain't never been.
I've seen everything happen under the sun. Like the first week, it's like every college has syllabus week, right? So, but Miami is it's like pretty like bad because like just the freedom. You're in Miami, and it is. So that whole first week you don't go to school. So yeah, you don't go to school. So, but like I was stayed in the athletic dorms and the upperclassmen dorms, so I didn't have to really like see it firsthand, but you saw it from the outside looking in. So all the freshman dorms and stuff like that, like it's so bad. Like they keep ambulances on call. Yeah, because there's always either like a tragic accident that happens or something. Because like the kids, like they'll get the freedom, like the drugs, and they'll go through the alcohol.
And it's Miami, so
yeah, and it's their first time. They don't know their limits, and it's like so bad. There's like at least 2 ambulances on call that stays outside of the freshman dorms for like 48 to 72 hours.
Once the parents leave, 72 hours to there.
Damn.
It's yeah.
That's brutal, honestly.
Like someone like jumped out of a window before and everything. Yeah.
Wow.
So rest in peace to them, but like, it's bad.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Like you would think you got accepted to University of Miami. They're excited. Maybe they moved from out of state and then they get there and they.
But let's be real. Yeah. A lot of kids that's going to Miami, their parents rich.
Yeah.
So you think you know, if your mom and dad rich and you just like, damn, we rich, I can do whatever I want. Of course you're going to get into
not even like old. That's not even new money. That's old money. That's old money. Like, and like foreign exchange money too. Like I seen like kids from China come down. Like they got this best street clothes. You got they fashion top tier, and then like they couldn't import their cars for a while because everything going on in politics and stuff like that. So they were buying brand new Lamborghinis, showroom floor, and this, that, and the third. My neighbor was from China.
Students.
Yeah, students. Like when my sophomore year, he was like, I moved into like a loft with my teammate. He paid his whole entire rent cash.
What?
All of it.
Did you pay yours too?
I wish. I wish. But like no, like it was like I just seen everything. Like I remember one of my first football games. We beat Bethune-Cookman 63-7. So the people in front of me did a bump of cocaine every touchdown. That that was like, every touchdown they talking about a line off their iPhone. Just I said, oh my god. That was my first time ever seeing cocaine.
Bro, and you know,
there's a lot of that in Miami though.
Yeah.
And they parents don't know. They could be, Mom, I need 100 for, whatever.
Exactly.
Send 100, they go buy cocaine.
Exactly. Yep. But it was just like, bro, it happened. And I seen like, and especially spring break, I seen a fight, multiple fights on the beach. I seen that out here before, but I seen someone get stabbed on the beach. Like, like bro stabbed somebody and sat down like he didn't do it. Had blood all over him. Like, at Miami South Beach, but just going crazy. I seen somebody wreck. They were trying to flex. Had like a new Rolls Royce. You rent them out there. Yeah. He crashed it trying to flex. Bro was sitting on the side of the road crying. Like, what were we gonna do? The insurance, this, that. He big boo hoo.
I was gonna say how often do you see people fake flexing in Miami?
All the time.
Good question.
Yeah. All the time. Like you see people with like fake designer, fake this, fake that, and just but a lot of like true like Miami's my roommate, not my roommate, my teammate at the time, McKinley Brown. He's really from Miami, and he was telling me everything. Like he's like I think he's from Dade County, 305. Like the whole thing's 305 Miami, but he's like Dade County or Broward. He might be from Broward, but they have all gold or slugs, all gold from a young age. Like young, they get them like middle school, high school. Damn. Like real gold. He took me to get my first like real gold piece when I was in Miami.
All the Cubans and everything.
Yeah, even like when the Miami the chain came out. Yeah, it was real Cuban and stuff like that too. So, but
that's crazy. That's cool.
But
see, that's one thing about Miami. Like you never know if the person really rich or is they just fake flexing.
Yeah. Yep.
And like you said, it's a lot of rich kids. So you can't just be like, oh, he young, he fake flexing.
Yeah.
Some of them really rich.
Yeah, some of them really like that. But it'd be the quiet ones too, though. Like, and it's always the quiet people, but it's like the quiet ones for real out there. Like, like their daddy might be an owner of like Saks Fifth. Just like,
that's crazy.
Like, even out there in Miami, like my first day, I'm sitting there just chilling. I said, bro, is that Jermaine Dupri? I said, I am tripping. I said, hey, that's Jermaine Dupri. I had class with his daughter.
Really?
Yeah. She's good people too.
Really?
Yeah, that's cool. So it's like you see it like that type of, and you wouldn't even, she's quiet. You wouldn't even know it until like her dad walked in.
Bro, you're right. Like very humble. Cool. Yeah, that's how you know, man. Like when a person really rich, or like you fighting. Yeah. Like when a person really that, they like more subtle, very quiet, chill.
Yeah, because you don't need all the constant attention.
No,
like because I mean
it's hard.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really like people don't understand like how hard like living in the spotlight is. Like I tell people now, like if I ever get in a relationship or do anything like that, like I would keep that side private, just because like some people don't know how to handle the spotlight. And like being recruited your whole life, like going from elementary to middle school to high school to college. Like college coaches look at your social media, so you can't post everything, you can't do anything. Like if we were sitting here right now and there's red Solo cups right there, and I was in high school, they would think I'd be drinking.
Yeah, even though they don't.
Yeah, even though it could have just been water. Yeah. But like back then, like if people were like taking pictures, throwing them stuff like that, I'd be like, just don't throw anything up.
It's the image, because what are red Solo cups mainly? Like beer pong and all that stuff. Right?
So so
that
like
makes sense.
Like I talk about this. Like it's hard. Like you have to like move a certain way and like try to be like not like friendly, but be respectful, have fun, but like monetize your stuff in a way because you're like under a microscope. You mess up once, you're gone.
Yeah, because social media with how fast it grown, like especially Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, like first image, like big, bro. Yeah. Like whenever somebody click your profile and they they gonna know
Yeah.
like that if you really that. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And like you say, you got, especially like you being professional, like you got to stay on point.
Yeah.
Because you
And
want to keep climbing levels, you know? They look at that.
Yep.
They don't want nobody that's playing and just in
you
there.
want to be marketable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So
Is it true to say, like, if you're, chasing a professional sport, doesn't matter what it is, and you're actually good enough where, for example, where you're getting recruited at a young age, like, would you say it definitely matures you faster?
no,
No, really.
it depends. But yes and no. It depends who's around you. Like I tell people, I wish I had like people around. Like my brother, me and him were close now. We're like 5 years in age difference. So it was like you're like when he went to college, I was just going to 7th grade. So it was like we didn't have that big of a bond because I grew myself up when I got to high school. So I wish there's people around me to help me make like decisions and stuff like that. So it doesn't really mature you. You kind of have to like, you get molded in a way and you get sculpted like, you feel like you're the man of the world and this, that, and the third. And yeah, you might feel like the man right now today, but like when that leaves, like who are you at the end of the day? So it's like you have to build both sides up, your alter ego and your like who you are. So like I have an alter ego, like I call myself Chip Skylark, or like the Black Chip Skylark.
That's literally like facts, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that is.
Your circle is very, very, very important. Like that saying, we said it a couple times in the past videos, but your 5 friends are basically gonna determine what you're gonna be. So if you got 5 bad friends, toxic, do drugs, whatever, you're gonna be that. If you got 5 friends that's disciplined, successful and focused on, chasing a purpose and journey, you're gonna be that too. Well, it's gonna be like a competition. Like I tell Justin all the time, like whenever we started this, it was like a competition because he got his thing going on, I got my thing going on. We also, podcasting and stuff. So it's always like us like helping each other get better, but also it's like, okay, damn, Justin, just made 20 grand this month. Shit, I want to make 20 grand. So it's like a healthy competition.
Yeah.
So y'all, your circle is very important. And you want to make sure you're around top tier people.
Yeah, and you can have like different layers to your circle. Like I have friends like for different things.
Yeah, you
like,
departmentalize friends.
Yeah, and I have like
never thought about that.
Yeah, like I keep them like I keep people like in arm's reach. So like if I feel like I touch you, we're close enough. Like I trust you with everything. But now if I gotta stick my hand a little bit out further, like that, like an onion, like I have different layers. Like I peel them away. Like I know, if I want to go train and you only like training, okay, I'll do that with you.
That's my training friend.
Yeah, if I know you like to go out and go get food, try random food, we'll go do that. If I know like you want to talk business, podcast, mental health, we're gonna do that over here. If you want, and I can try to match them stuff like different birthdays and events and stuff like that. My fights, everybody comes out, we mix and match. But it's like you can't keep everybody because it's like. Some people don't like that life that they see them live. They live and they like that way.
Well, it gets complicated because certain people don't like all that stuff, and just like what you said, or other people don't like each other, and all all.
But you in control of that though, and I kind of like that idea. Like I told him, like that's basically like departmentalizing your friends.
Yeah.
You got this friend for this group of friends for that whatever, and that's kind of a good thing. But one thing about friends, you gotta watch it because like me, when I meet new people, I try to read them quick because I don't know who I'm running into. People put on facades, man. Like they don't beat them. Like whenever you're dealing with people, like
especially when you first meet.
Yeah, whenever you first meet somebody, they're gonna put on a facade. And what if you run across somebody that's secretly envious of you or hating, and you bring them in your circle? Now they know about you, so you got to be cautious whenever you meet new people, making new friends.
I test people. I test them.
What's the test?
So like youngins, like. Even with like women and stuff back in the day, like I would create a fake argument just because if you gonna call me out my name or something, I'll like egg the argument on. If you gonna just call me out my name, this and the third, now I know that's your true you.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. So like with my friends and stuff like that, like they'd be like, "Oh, BT, let's go out. All right, let's go. All right, but pay for everything. I'll send it back to you. Oh no, I can't go. Okay, I know why you want to be around. I have money. You want to do this on my dime.
I can see that.
And so, and I do like to control things. Like I like to feel like. Everybody's safe, everybody having fun. So when we go out, I don't have peace of mind. Like I don't like going to big clubs. I do because it's fun. I do, but I don't have peace of mind because I feel like most clubs is like my dad's police officer. My whole family's military police officer, stuff like that. So I've been taught just to never have your back towards the door and never like always be able to like watch your surroundings and stuff like that. So like I don't get peace of mind because in a club everything's flashing and stuff like so many variables you don't think about. Like even when I go to restaurants, like I don't sit my back towards the door and I make sure I know like if anybody comes in, active shooter or anything like that, I know there's different exits.
Yeah.
So I don't get peace of mind when I go out. So my friends know that. So when we go out, they're like, well, it's just like after a fight party, let's just do something small. Let's go get food. Okay, at least we can do that. So
as I get older, I prefer like the less, you know, like the more just chill stuff. Obviously, when you're young, you know, you want to go to these ragers and stuff like that. Speaking of which, Miami Ultra, ever been?
No. You actually can't donate blood if you go.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
because of
like,
the amount of drugs and stuff. Yeah. So they always ask us, the first thing they ask you, have you ever went to any of these big concerts? Oh, wow. And you can't donate blood. And I was like,
even if you didn't do drugs?
Yeah, even if you didn't do drugs. Just because you're in like the area of it, and people just like, you may never know what you could have like contact and stuff.
Well, even like secondhand smoking too.
Yeah, secondhand smoking.
People always smoking.
And people like lace drugs with like how DMX, rest in peace to him, has first time he smoked with somebody and he put crack in it. So you may never know like what's being blown in your face and stuff. So yeah. No.
Wow.
No ultras. And I don't like. I went to my first concert actually.
Really?
I've never been to a concert.
Me neither.
I went to a Rod Wave concert.
Home.
Yeah, that's my dog, boy.
Man, I love Rod Wave. I love Rod Wave. He was here a few months. That's the one you went to?
I was by myself.
Bruh.
By myself. I bought good seats too. And I was like, but everybody was just vibing, chilling. I was like, bro, for my first concert, like I was in bliss.
So I like electronic music, EDM. In that community, I mean, let's be honest, concerts in general, doesn't matter what genre, there's gonna be drugs everywhere. So I'm not even gonna mention that, but because there's a lot of drugs in EDM, but it goes with every genre. But the thing I like most about EDM is the community is very like uplifting and like peace, love, all that stuff, right? Kind of hippie-ish, but at the same time, like whenever you go to a festival like Ultra, which I know you can't, but you feel welcomed. Yeah. Like I know some concert, like for the Travis Scott stuff down in Houston, like for what?
Yeah. People just don't know how to act.
Sometimes. Yeah, exactly.
Like the rodeo, like I can't do the rodeo too. People don't know how to act.
Same way. And I'm glad you mentioned that earlier, because I'm the same way. Like when I go out, I'm like, I ain't gonna say I'm the dad of the group. That sounds weird, but like I'm the person that's like most cautious of everything. You know, if we meet up with a person and we go into somewhere, I'm just very like, okay. You know, make sure I stay on my P's and Q's. Yeah. You know, got to be on point because you don't know.
You never know.
You never know.
People sneak guns in the clubs all the time. Oh, like most times they just give it to women because they like most like
put it in their
purse or like just put them like in a dress because it's like they don't get wanded down, they don't get nothing. So it's just like.
And that's another thing. Like whenever you get into like confrontations and stuff like that with other people, with other people, you know. It's best to like, even if you know you that, just to be on some chill shit. Because you don't know. Like they could have a gun or, you know, whatever. Even that. It's not even being scared or nothing. It's just
being protective. Because you don't know who's who and who's connected to who.
That's true.
And you know they can be feeling a certain way.
Yeah, because let's say I get down on you and he might come back deal with me one day. Just because I got down on you. Yeah. So I don't like, you never know who knows who.
Well, especially like at a bar or club too. Like I feel like, you know, anytime there's alcohol or drugs involved, like the chances of something bad happening, I would say it just increases for sure. Yeah.
And another thing, it's not about being the toughest. It's about being the smartest. See, you're going to die trying to be the toughest because it's always going to be somebody tougher than you. So it's best to be wise, knowing, hey, all right, I ain't even going to get on that with you and leave. You ain't got to be trying to prove yourself. Like, it's best not to.
For what? That's how you, like you're a crash dummy. You gotta, if you have to prove yourself every time you're the biggest, baddest, strongest, and you're a crash dummy. Yeah. Because you're going to meet somebody who's ready to crash out. And
that's it's a lot of people every day ready to crash out.
A lot of people to crash out.
Like, and then when you walk away, they like, damn, he won't know. It kind of leave like a curiosity, you know, like it was curious. So, okay, he wasn't even on that.
And it helps change people's minds too. Like I did all this yelling in his face, and he walked away. Like even like I had somebody yell in my face last night. I was like, fam, like for what?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like what you said. Like I grabbed you and you just smiled at him. He's like, wait a minute, why'd you smile?
Exactly.
Yeah, it came to like I wanted to fight you to like, hold up, what's going on here?
Yeah. You broke the status quo of it. Yeah. Like, and people don't know that. Like, even just like simple stuff can like alter somebody from to fight you. I'll just smile at you. Why are you smiling? Either they think I'm crazy, or they just think like it's funny, and they either A, they take it to get more mad, or B, they're like, why are you smiling? They think like, why is this person smiling? And I love this.
It can go either or.
Yeah,
bro, that guilt be crazy. Like after you done just got on somebody's ass. And then they, you know, they was chill, and you like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have done all that. Yeah, you know, it fuck with you a little bit.
Yeah, and that's why I just like, I don't know, like I can't, because it's like, well, you're in Houston, and everybody like a lot of people come here, party here, and people passed away here from partying. So it's like, you gotta just always be on your toes and be connected just to yourself and understand like, if you keep trying to prove yourself, you're gonna find your way like 6 feet under.
Very quick.
Real quick. Yeah,
Especially down here in Houston,
Yeah,
because there's a lot of gang violence, people that's, really that.
I mean, it's just like you said, you just never know who's connected to who.
Yeah. And like there was actually a shooting the other day. Was it Thursday night? Yeah, it was Thursday night. This kid posted a photo or RP to him standing in somebody else's blood. Yeah, it was like some rapper.
I seen that.
Some rapper.
Yeah.
And he stood, like he posted a picture. Like he's like at a crime scene, took a picture of it, posted it. Wasn't even up for 24 hours. He got killed in less than an hour.
They said it was 4 hours over there by River Oaks.
Yeah, River Oaks, something like that.
Damn.
And it's like just because like you standing in somebody else's blood that you.
First of all, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And second of all, that's crazy.
So,
I seen that, and then the dude who I seen some guy posted a picture because a friend had showed me, and the dude who posted, he was like, "Hey, y'all tag Vlad." He was like, and asked him when he gonna do an interview with that dude.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's like
and people talking about, I'm never going on Vlad TV because everybody goes and dies and stuff like that. I'm just like, bro, like death is everywhere. Like from the first slapping crowd, we're all dying. So
that's very true. Speaking of all this craziness going in Houston and everything, so you said you mentioned you work at a bar. Like, what's the craziest stuff that you've seen, at a bar, essentially?
So I would probably say like my top tier story. Like it was this dude tried to come in with probably I would say $800 worth of cocaine. I say, fam, what are you doing? I took it and I threw it away.
really.
Yeah, because like now everything's mixed with like fentanyl and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you kind of know don't open the bag. You may never know because one whiff. So I legit took it and threw it away. They left and they called somebody else that was working on the inside who got in through us. And I'm just looking for my ID and this, that, and the third. And she's looking through the trash can. I'm like, bro, we know what you're looking for. She goes in there someone had just threw up in there too. Grabs her hand, grabs the cocaine and stuff, and just runs off the parking lot and stuff like that because they had to go clean it and go resell it. But then there's one time this girl and this guy, they were trying to have sex in the bathroom. And in the women's bathroom. And men's bathroom's disgusting, but women's bathroom gets disgusting too and stuff like that. There was pee on the floor in the women's bathroom. Bro was butt naked trying to sit on the ground. And then, she was trying to get on top of bro, so we had caught him. She dried, and then she got on top of him. She's dried, just sitting on the floor, just raw, cooter on the ground, everything, pee on us. So we're bro, that's disgusting. Dust.
Y'all caught him?
Yeah.
Kicked in the door type shit.
Yeah. FBI. Boom. Bam. Bad boy style. We good now because women's bathroom lines gets long anyway. So women get aggravated. There's someone in the stall and this, and they'll tell they're trying to her use the bathroom, and it was. Bad. We kicked one girl out. She was trying to give head in the bathroom. She got upset at us because she was doing that in the bathroom.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can literally go to your car.
How are you gonna walk into a bar, a public place, try to give head, get kicked out for trying to give someone head, and get pissed off at the people who are trying to kick you off?
Yeah, you tell you're banned. You can't come back in here.
And then they doing it in a is it one of the restrooms that just one?
Nah, it'd be it's 4 in that one. So they go to the biggest one, and I say I was why are 2-3 people going in one stall?
Exactly.
And we know women go together, but it's why?
Or a lot of them will go and do coke as well.
Yeah. And just like that. And I've seen somebody do it off the toilet before. I heard bro, you doing it off a toilet with people with their bare butt? And it's yeah, bro, I'll let you finish your little step and get out, bro. And I seen somebody seize up before, and that was scary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What you mean by that?
Get to shaking on the ground.
like a seizure.
Yeah, get to shaking on the ground. But it was so scary. That's my first time. I'm not naive, but what happens? I don't know if you ever seen Bad Boys or one in the club and bros overdose on the and get to shaking, and that's really real. Wow. It's really real. We'd call the EMS and everything. We'd close the bar down, and it was bad. And bro, he didn't make it and stuff like that. We found out he didn't pass away, but yeah.
But yeah, fortunately, I've never had to see anything like that, and I hope I don't have to. But I agree. When you see something like that happen right in front of your eyes,
it changed, and not really changes you, but it makes you look at people different. And then now with fentanyl and stuff like that, it's you don't know who is doing what to what, and it's people always just because I'm black, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. Please stop asking me. Oh, yeah, you know this. So people ask me, "Well, can I buy some coke?" Yeah, come, I got you. Let's go. Get out in the bar, just like that. Oh, I thought you was cool because why you? I'm black, bro.
Yeah, so they automatically
think that. Yeah,
they're stereotyping.
Yeah, and so I just be bro, and then y'all and then you tell me you can't come back in here. Why? I bought drinks, but bro, you just asked me for cocaine.
Yeah.
What if I was somebody I didn't care for you and I just gave you bad drugs?
I mean, what if you were an undercover cop too?
Exactly.
Yep.
Then instead of being kicked out of a bar, you'd be in the back of the cop.
Yeah, and TABC, they'll send around underage kids to try to sneak into your bar and ask for stuff like that to see if people do that and stuff like that. But I can't get down with
That shit wild, bro.
And I be trying to tell people even vapes. I'm like, bro, why are you vaping, bro? That shit's bad for you.
Exactly. And
Or
inhaling
hookah.
chemicals
Yeah, or
that
hookah.
you don't even know
Yeah.
like where the chemicals came from. You just over here, oh, it tastes good.
Yeah.
Like how the fuck you know what blue melon tastes like?
That's what I'm saying. Like, or what is blue melon? Like, you just putting like blue juice on top of lemons. Like, it's like what? And then people like they're so addicted to it and everything. I'm just like, why? Like I just can't stop doing it. I'm like,
it's social media. Like literally, I mean, obviously there were cigarettes. A lot of people did cigarettes, and then I feel like cigarettes and smoking in general was kind of dying out.
yeah, they
And
needed
then
something.
Big tobacco companies, they got to create something catered to the young markets. That's why like Juul got in those in trouble. And now, dude, everyone vapes.
Yeah,
and
it's so bad for your lungs. You like poppy lungs and stuff like that. And I have asthma, so like even like if someone like blows it near me, and if I'm breathing out at the right time, I'm like,
yep.
And I just be like, yeah, nah.
But the crazy thing to me is like they actually talking about, oh yeah, it tastes like banana berry.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck you know what it tastes? That's what make me laugh. I'm like, bro, so you know what banana berry tastes like? Just, oh yeah, bro, hit it. It's
and then they share. And that's like the worst.
Oh yeah, it gets passed around.
Yes, and that's worse than like even like that's I think that's so disgusting. Like I'm very big. Like I used to be a germaphobe. I still kind of am sometimes, but I train and sweat. People like go how like that. Like my biggest fear was like shopping carts back in the day. I couldn't touch like shopping carts because they never got cleaned.
Gas pumps.
See,
I'm the same way.
I don't like gas pumps.
I could do gas pumps. Didn't mind because I knew like ultraviolet light. They're sitting outside, out of this like that. But I never put. And I I have like hand sanitizer like that.
Yep, same.
But it was like when I go in a grocery store and you just like look at the bucket and like, I just seen somebody pick their nose and go like this. And like the bags, you gotta open the bags. Like now you put that in the thing, and like your taste test the grape and stuff like that. And like so now you just putting your hands in your mouth. You have to touch that and stuff. So I would always like go grocery shopping with a long sleeve on to touch like the basket, like just to drive that way. And my mom was like, I don't know where you got this from. Like I didn't raise you to be like this. And I'm just like,
dude, like same thing kind of happened to me. Not with grocery shopping carts, but like with like the gas pumps and stuff. When I turned 21, it was like a light switch.
Yeah.
Like anxiety developed out of nowhere, and like some random things would just trigger anxiety. But like the gas pumps is one for me that recently, thankfully, no longer a concern because I have like hand sanitizer just clean it.
And like during COVID, and everybody's like, "Oh, the gas pumps and you pass COVID this way and that."
See people with gloves on.
And my mom was so, Brandon, make sure you put your gloves on. And my dad's like, "You gotta do."
I'm not gonna lie, the anxiety got to a point where I almost got gloves for the gas pump, but I
know some people who don't like it so bad they got an electric car.
Oh.
Well,
for that reason though,
because it's the same thing.
Oh,
the gas stations, they actually like putting gloves out there now.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all seen that.
And they get clean too. I was like, I went to a late night 7-Eleven. I seen somebody out there scrubbing them. Going. And
the pumps.
Yeah, and 7-Eleven the best place to get snacks.
They are.
Have y'all ever tried their honey buns?
No,
bro. Oh my god.
And we're lucky that we got 7-Eleven. It took a long time because I was born in the West Coast in LA, and it's like I think that's where it started. Yeah. So it took us a long time to go.
But like 7-Elevens be like run down. They used to be like real run down, but now they popping and stuff. But
Laredo Taco.
So
those Stripes, they have the Laredo tacos. Best gas station tacos you can get. Like you can't come close to their tortillas. I'm serious.
Really?
Seriously.
See, I'm not a taco guy though. I like quesadillas. I mean, it's really technically a taco, but it's just like
different form.
I would say like velvet taco. That's the best.
Velvet taco is really good. Yeah. Let's be honest. Mexican food is a combination of a form of meat, cheese, beans, and some lettuce. Rice and a tortilla, just in different combinations.
I can't do beans.
At least Tex-Mex.
No beans for me. Nah.
No beans. Oh, beans are good.
Nah. I'm too gassy.
we gotta take another break, y'all. Time flying, man.
Time flying.
We're having fun.
Yeah, having fun.
So picking back up, man. So you mentioned, obviously University of Miami. So I'm curious, and after all this talking about bars and drinks, like how are the women in college at University of Miami and just Miami in general?
It's a melting pot. Like people it's all type of nationalities.
Yeah.
Like you have for most of the people, like my immediate people I saw first were like the volleyball team, like the Germans, because they're like taller. Yeah, they're tall. And we all go out and hang out and like drink and stuff. I mean, I was always short, like compared to like a 6'7", I mean, I used to put the hand on my head.
6'7". God damn,
bro. They're tall, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so it was like that, like melting pot. Like there's like you have like your Haitians, your Trinidadians, your Jamaicans, your Barbados, your Bahamians.
Yeah.
So it was like my teammates were all mixed. That's how I got introduced into it on my visit. Like it was like the Trinidadians, the Bahamians, and the Jamaicans and stuff like that. So it was like a mix, like a big melting pot. So it it was easy. Like it was like how to maneuver and like understanding like the accents and like what accent goes to which nationality and like where you're from. Like the Haitians, they
I
have
didn't
like,
even think about that. Yeah.
yeah, the Haitians, they have like the French Creole and stuff like that, and they speak like yeah, stuff like that. So
That's interesting.
yeah, it was.
How was it like trying to like get with them, dating, shit like that?
I didn't really date in Miami. Like I was just an athlete. I was trying to just be on my grind, but like have fun. Yeah. But,
I feel like it's terrible. I feel like
Well,
dating
that's
over
what
there
I'm
is
saying.
probably pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Actually.
no, honestly, my freshman year, like you're all freshmen, so everybody, you don't need little freshman booze and stuff like that. So it's like if you were an athlete, you kind of had like an easier journey than most people.
Yeah.
And so like that, it was pretty easy. The only thing I didn't like, they knew we got paid. Like when we got paid just because of the football team. Like every time I got a monthly stipend check came in through our scholarship, the football team would get like gold right away.
Really?
So they kind of knew when like when we got paid. So they tried. Like, I remember one time this girl asked me like, "Hey, give me a ride to South Beach," and I was like, "I ain't never been down there yet. Like, why would I just like,
Why would
send
you
you?
give
Why
you a
would I
ride?
send you in an Uber? Like, you know?" So like I was like, "Nah." So,
Yeah.
I just
They're just using you, man. They're just trying to exactly.
Also, it's a lot of competition in Miami.
a lot of
Yeah.
competition.
It's a lot of rich people in Miami.
Real rich. And we in Coral Gables. It's not just like you're not like in like the bad area. You're in Coral Gables. And so it's like you go to the right, you might hit the hood. And then you go to the left, you're gonna hit like that way. It takes like 20 minutes to get to the beach, 25 minutes to get to the beach. And like you're passing everything. It's beautiful. And the houses, the cars, the food, it's exquisite.
Bro, the competition out here is, I say it all the time, like nowadays the competition is crazy.
But I say Houston has better competition though.
Hold on, why?
Really?
Just because it's much harder in Houston. People flex in Miami in seasons. People flex every day in Houston. People come to Miami for spring break.
Yeah.
And summer vacation. Most
I can
times,
see that.
Most times you'll see people flexing.
I can see that.
People flex here every day. Every day.
Okay, I can agree with that, but how we know they not doing that every day in Miami? You know,
Because most people who are doing it every day really about their money. So they don't gotta flex. They have like their dunks, their Impalas and stuff like that. But that's money they put in. They put money into stuff like the jewelry, their cars, stuff like that. And they'll ride around like that, yeah. But like spring break, you'll see people trying to like come out there with Louis V down, Louis V fits this, that, and third. And like most time the girls are choosing the guys with like college for like backpacks on.
really.
Just because it says athlete on the back. Like my teammates told me that, like legit, they said, wear your college backpack out there.
Damn.
And then like you just like, so you see people all teams out in Tennessee was down there my freshman year, like Duke, and you just see people wearing college backpacks.
And they gotta go.
Yeah, and they not even gotta go. It's just like,
No, they gotta go.
oh girl, yeah, just off the mustard.
Crazy.
But also not that, like you got people renting yachts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, people flying in on jets and
yeah.
shit.
But
Yeah,
even then, like it's like if you can rent a yacht, but it's like who are you gonna get on there if you can't talk to nobody? Well, yeah, I got a yacht. Oh, where's your yacht at? Over here. They still not gonna come with you. You gotta be having.
You really think so?
Yeah, you gotta have a mouthpiece. You gotta be able to talk. You gotta have a mouthpiece because it's like 9 times out of 10 you're paying for that hour on the yacht, and it's like you're gonna just bring one person. No, you're gonna bring a group of their friends. Yeah, you got the yacht. Now you still gotta buy all the alcohol. The girls not buying it. They're gonna just bring their.
No, they're getting invited.
They're getting invited just to come hang out, take a couple pictures, go on the yacht, post it there, post it your flexing and stuff like that.
What do we say? It's exactly what we've talked about
Yep.
a couple times on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah,
Where,
But to this day, I've never been on a yacht.
You ain't never been on a yacht?
Nah.
I'm saying it like I've been on one. I ain't never been.
I've
on
never
one.
been on a yacht.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been on a decently large boat, but it wasn't a yacht.
I went fishing. That's
Same.
the only thing I've done.
Same.
Yeah, but I've only went fishing, but like I've never been on a yacht.
Yeah, I
And I
went.
don't do cruises either. People used to try to go, let's go on like back to like over there. You can take a quick cruise to an island because it's like right there, or a quick flight to an island. But I
Yeah.
can't do cruises.
I've never done one.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the same way. I said same way. Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't know. Ever since I seen the Titanic, I'm just like, fuck.
Not even that. Like, my thing is, it's
For
like,
real, bro.
like I don't have any, like my thing is it's like it's a control thing. I don't have any control. Like in open water, like you're in open water,
Can't do shit.
can't do shit.
If the boat go down,
And
everybody,
then
if you don't know how to swim, you gonna die.
and you hear me because I
Right.
tell my family like I would really do it with y'all.
Yeah.
But like my mom, my grandparents, they go on cruises. My mom and dad, they'll go on cruises. I said, just don't take me because like if the boat goes down, my thing is, it's like if the boat went down, who do I save? And I don't want to be stuck with that decision
That's
because
fair.
I'm selfish. I'm gonna save me.
Yeah.
Hey, just swim a little harder over here. Like Titanic, I wouldn't have made it. Women and kids first. Like, okay, I'm getting on there too because,
Yeah.
like, you know, I want to live too. So,
Same way.
so that's why I take myself out of that equation. I can't. Mm-mm.
I would do a cruise in the Caribbean because nothing's gonna happen. The worst case is maybe a hurricane, but they can see that coming, right?
Yeah.
But like I don't think you ever seen those boats where they're like cracking the ice?
Yeah, I could.
They're built to do that now.
Yeah,
not like the Titanic. I don't think I could do that.
But even if even if you can swim, you still got to worry about sharks.
Yeah.
Crocodiles. I know crocodile, bro.
There's
no
some saltwater ones. There's
yeah.
saltwater crocodiles.
No, yeah, it really is.
But not like that deep out though. I don't think that.
But yeah, they do like.
But the megalodon, I used to be scared of Jaws. Like Jaws made me afraid of like ocean water. And like when I was a kid, like I could not get in pools. I think like Jaws used to come up.
Well, to this, so like I'm a scuba diver and I've done shark dives, I've done night dives, all sorts of stuff like that.
Oh,
so
bold.
I've done 110 feet down. I'm cool with once I'm in the water, like scuba diving, I'm cool with whatever depth. But it's when you're at the top and you look down, it just gets dark.
Yeah,
that's when it gets scary. But when you're 60, 70 feet down and you're like on a reef, it's beautiful.
Like I want to do that. Like I want to live life, but like I remember one time I went to like Lake Travis. I was like drunk and I just jumped in the water and I was like, oh, but it was clear. So I can see. And I just see how far I can go down. I said, ooh, it's turning black. And I say, well, that's enough. I went right back up to the top. But yeah, I can't do. I'm not like fearful.
Me neither.
I'm like, okay, like snakes. I'm not doing that.
I think a lot of stuff just be common sense.
Common sense, and especially like I'm black, so like it's just like, come on, bro, you ocean water, middle of the ocean, bro. Nah.
Yep.
What about skydiving?
I love it. I go.
How many times?
I've gone 5 now.
Okay, I've done 3.
I'm in the process of getting my license. I want to be like, I want to be able to go like by myself and like do all like the.
I was so my next one, I probably wouldn't do it the next one because it's been a long time. But my next one I was training to do a solo jump.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, that's why it's a good experience. Like people are like, man, it's crazy. Like it's actually really not that scary.
It's peaceful.
It is.
Like the plane, like honestly, like I tell people, like if you're ever going through something, like honestly, look, if you're going through anything in life, depression, mental health, anything like that, go skydiving. Like but it's like it's for great reasons because like you legit like you have to think about one thing only: getting out of the plane, pulling your parachute. That's all.
That's the thing. What if they depressed and they like fuck it?
Nah, but you have somebody on your back. Your instructors on your back, and they'll pull it. Like if you get too low, they'll pull it.
Yeah.
But like it's like legit. Like once you pull it and like it comes out, canopy's open, good. You check all your things.
Yeah.
It's so quiet. Nice. It's so quiet up there.
In my opinion, the scariest thing about skydiving is pulling a chute. And the only reason why is because that initial tug
hurt. It
hurts.
Oh yeah.
Like, you just get like.
Yeah. But like I think for me the most fearful part is the plane right up there.
You know what? Sometimes too, because once you cross over 10K, like it starts getting a little bit tougher to breathe. Like you actually recognize that.
Especially if you go like during like the colder months, it's a little bit colder up there, so it's like really crisp.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, but skybird, you have to go skydiving. Like I want to get to the point where I can do like the little wing like squirrel suits. Where I can go like that.
1 in 5 people die doing that.
Man, a lot of people die driving.
That's a different type of mentality, man.
I can't disagree with that.
Like I'm not really like afraid of a lot of things. Like
I'm not neither. I'm just very up on common sense.
Only
like what I wouldn't do.
No, but like people I fight for a living. So it's like you have to be prepared to die. Like I tell people, like I'm not ready to die, but I'm prepared to die because let's say you get a dirty opponent that hit you in the back of the head, it could change your whole entire life.
Yep.
And so it's like going in there and being locked in an octagon with somebody else. You have to understand, like, they're coming in to hurt you. I'm coming in to hurt you. And I hope we both walk out safe with no career-ending injuries, but I want to come
I'm still trying to fuck you up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Have you ever received, like, a dirty punch or, like, they got you real good and stumbled you?
I've been stumbled before, like, in training. Like, you see it all the time. I got flash knocked out by my homie in training. But it wasn't out of spite. It was out of love. Like, he caught me with a knee. And it was like, and it was like, boom. You just, all right, take a second, get up. Shake it off, let's go. And it's like, but I want to take care of my body through my whole entire career. My coaches always say, you are the fighter. The promoters aren't the fighter. You're the fighter. They can offer you all types of fights and this, that, and the third. But if it's not smart, like why would somebody like me try to fight somebody like Israel Adesanya or Mike Tyson for the money? Yeah, the money's cool, but I go and I get really, really messed up. No, it's not good for you. So you have to take care of you. And I never want to be punch drunk. Like the older fighters from UFC 1, like, now they're kind of punch drunk. Punch drunk is kind of weird. Like you never know what punch drunk is. It's like you hear people talking like like the words don't sound the same. They're punch drunk because they can't formulate words and stuff like that. Or you just like
punch so many times.
Yeah, you get like I hear Mike Tyson talk sometimes. He's at older age and drug use and stuff like that. But it's just like they took the initial beating before like the sport had more like guidelines, and stuff, like
Regulations,
regulations, because like they're fighting almost every week, like in training, going really hard and stuff like that too. So like I play brain games, so like I make sure I have like an initial test score. So let's say I take a big hit or something like that, I want to keep testing. So like if I ever feel like I'm a little off, like I'm done.
That's cool.
I don't want to be punch drunk.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
Never thought about that, but I really like how you said that about driving, because that is so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that, because it's a different mentality. Like, you can't be scared of nothing, fearful, none of that bull. I'm not but skydiving, it's just common sense for me. I wouldn't do it. I'm not gonna say never.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say never.
I'll take you, bro.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
I ain't gonna say I won't. I mean, I never will do it, because you never know. But as of right now, I'm good.
Like, one thing I'm really fearful of when I walk in the octagon is getting my teeth pushed back in.
Yeah.
I just like my teeth, bro.
I'm big on teeth.
Yeah, I'm big on teeth.
See, I got braces now.
That's like the first impression of people, and it's like I nah.
Crack a smile is the first thing you see.
And
Especially with women, man. A lot of girls, like, they want clean, perfect teeth. Yeah. Feel shit all jacked up like this. And good luck.
And I don't got fake teeth either. It's all me. And people like big veneers. Like, I don't mind. I don't knock it. If you want to like aesthetically look better, look better. Like, do you feel better? Just don't get the big like horse looking ones. Like that bothers me. No, honestly,
you're 100% right. I agree with that.
So you mentioned earlier, you said, you single, right?
Right now,
no relationship.
Right now, I would say I'm single, but I'm talking to somebody, and it's going really good. And
okay, hope the best for you. But as of right now, like with our generation, social media, like, how do you see like the dating? The dating market, the dating game now, because this just, to me, like, it's off.
So
just because of social media.
Just because of social media, I feel like a lot of media plays into it. Social, not even just social media, just media in general, music, pictures, YouTube, the news and stuff like that. What a man's supposed to do, what a man's not supposed to do, what a woman's supposed to do, like that. Like, if I can say with the person I'm communicating with and talking to heavily with, like, we kind of understand, like, hey, like, I'm busy. You're busy. You working all the time. I'm in training all the time. So it's like we have our times where we talk and stuff like that. So it's like figuring out a happy medium. And a lot of people don't want to figure out happy mediums because it's like you're worried about what society says I need to bring to the table every day.
Yeah, they want.
Yeah, and it's like you can want for so much. It's like people like I always ask like, what's your love language? And just because it's like I just like to hear it. Most people, it's gifts. Why is it always? Wow, most people say gifts. Like, why? Well, because I feel like I deserve this. What do you deserve? What if you can't give it to yourself? Why do you deserve it from me?
They can't afford it.
Yeah. And so like when we like in relationships, I don't buy gifts for the first 3 months. It sounds bad. I buy flowers, I buy all that stuff, but I don't buy anything over a big price tag because I don't want you to get used to like if I get you a gift first of the month every month. Let's say I'm having a bad month. I don't fight this month. Don't make as much money fighting this month or something like that. And I miss a month. Now you're valuing. You're like, damn, you don't love me no more. You didn't buy me a gift. Mm-hmm. So I tell people like, even when trying to like communicate through the dating pool and stuff like that, and people would tell me like, I see you doing your fighting thing and this, that, and the third. Like would you have time for me? You make time for you make time for.
Yeah.
And it's like, some people just want you before your name, and some people want to be around you to actually help you grow. And the person I'm with right now is helping me grow. Like we talk about everything. That's good. We do like think questions every day, and just to ask that's like cool. Like not more. It's better than just like what are you doing text or stuff like that. I'll find like a random topic like, hey, what do you think about this? Let's talk about this.
Well, see, that's good though. It's really good that you mentioned that she supports you because that's something nowadays is hard to find someone to support you through thick and thin. Maybe you have a new idea, a new business, whatever it may be. It's hard to find someone to support you.
Yeah, she reminds me of my mom. That was the crazy part.
Oh yeah.
Like I was just having a bad day one day. Like training is long and hard. Yeah. So like some days you don't want to get out of bed because you're just so sore and stuff like that. And like my mom, she still sends me like prayer stuff throughout the day. And she's just like, hey, I think this will like help your situation. And she sent it to me. I was like, damn. My mom and Damon said the same verse today. Like, that's kind of weird. Like, So it was like, and I value that and I cherish it and I'm appreciative of that and stuff like that. But just even like for like the average man, like you have, or even the average Joe, the average woman, like you have to understand that know your range. Know your range. Because if you think you're at like, there's somebody for you for one. Now don't think like you can't get a Halle Berry or a Beyonce or something. Like you can get that. Like you just have to work harder and present yourself a little bit better. But there's people who admire you for who you are. You don't have to go buy like the biggest chain and you don't have to go buy the fastest car just to get attention. Be you because there's somebody for you. And I tell people now, like my friends, I'm single. This like Okay, where you going? Why? I be going to the club. That's your problem. You're going to the club. Go to Barnes and Noble. Go, bro. It's a lot of single moms. They go HEB late night shopping. HEB.
Dude, I'm telling you, HEB is where it's at.
Sprouts, Trader Joe's, Target,
Whole Foods,
yep. And then like vegan restaurants. And it's just like people are just trying to like, and it'd be a lot of people that just in there or like coffee shops. I don't drink coffee. I might drink it once in a blue moon because I treat coffee like Kool-Aid. I put too much sugar in it. So like I'll go get hot tea and just sit in there and do some work or like talk on the phone, do like a meeting or something like that. And people just, oh, I see you here working. They'll just strike a natural conversation and say hello to everybody you meet. Like that's the easiest way. Like I can bump into you. Oh, my bad, bro. Like I like your shoes. Like and have a good conversation. You may never know who you meet like that.
So true, guys. So true. But yeah, I was with the homeboy of mine. We just went to HEB, and we're like, well, why do we go to bars anymore?
Yeah,
dude, there are so many girls, fine girls too at HEB.
Yeah,
at least the one by the
cheaper.
house over here,
and it's cheaper.
Absolutely.
So you more of a traditional man.
Yeah,
you actually want just one girl. Let's say you blow up fast or whatever, money, the status. Would you still just want one girl?
Yeah, just because like I built a status quo and like through high school and college, it was like no one was around to help me. Like I didn't know how to say like, oh, I don't want you around me. I don't want this or this. Like everybody, like you're an athlete, shit happens. Like you have sex growing up, and no, I wasn't like comfortable to talk to my parents about it. Like, hey, like how do I navigate this? Because even in high school, I had a 9:30 bedtime, like 9:30, hard 9:30. Wow. My dad's police officer, bring your ass home.
My dad was strict too.
So
not
yeah,
like that.
I had to write a paper to get 10 o'clock. Right, yeah.
Damn.
So it was like, I was like, how do I like talk to them about it, but like not get my curfew pushed back, So I kind of tried to navigate that on my own, and like just stuff happens, and it's just like nah. And so now it's just like now I just want to be like, you lived it. Like I'm 24 now, I'm about to be 25, and I've lived like on the top of the atmosphere, and I've been at the bottom of the bottom. So it's like I have to understand like what I want in life, and it's like, do I want to focus on training and being with one person, or do I want to like try to still train and be out there in the world and trying to like, oh, you're focused, you're not focused. And even being with one person, you could say, oh, if I'm going on dates constantly, I'm not just taking away your time from this, I can still be looked at as I'm not focused. But the person allows me to like, I like call them like, hey, we'll talk for an hour on the way to my drive to training or after my training, just because like, it's like before training, I don't want to talk. I'm getting ready to get my mind right because it's gonna be a hard training session. But afterwards, I'm going home, and that person, she's like a 4-time national champion in college sports, or she was. She graduated from University of Baylor. She did acro and it's called acro, so it's like gymnastics and cheer mixed together. So she has a schedule. She gets up at 4 a.m. She just goes to the gym. Her dad like runs and stuff like that. That's cool. So she has that. She understands that. And a lot of people don't want to put the work in to understand that, because it's like, I'm an athlete day in and day out. This is not for gimmicks. So I will choose athletics over birthday dinners, over holidays, or vacations.
I was just about to say, it really helps that she has the natural athlete in her as well, because she's going to understand the situation.
Because like when you cut weight, like I'm cutting weight right now, like I can't eat everything. I can't go out. I can't drink anything. I can drink water, hot tea and stuff like that, but I can't go have alcohol. I can't, because I value myself as a true athlete. Because my mom and dad imprinted on me young, like, if you want to be the best athlete, don't drink while you're training. Don't smoke. Don't do nothing like that. So like when you're cutting weight, I cut weight from a nice size down to flyweight to 125. And I cook my own meals. I have my nutritionist. Shout out to my nutritionist, Rue, or D, or Rue Wellness on Instagram, but D. So it's like I have to eat a certain amount of meals at certain times. So I just can't go have a pizza because that'll put me over my limit of carbs and foods and fats and grease and stuff like that. So like I missed, like for my last fight, I missed Thanksgiving dinner. I miss Christmas. I miss New Year's.
But you have to do what you have to do.
You got to do what you got to do. And people don't want to sacrifice.
Yeah. So do you do like intermittent fasting?
Yeah, right now actually I do. I fast. I'll get up in the morning, go run like 6 to 8 miles.
Really?
And I was a sprinter in college, so like I don't, now it's not a struggle, but it just sucks doing it. It's boring. But I'll have like a protein shake in the morning, then I'll go train. Then I'll train. I'll eat lunch at like around 12:40 between that area, and then like I'll eat again at 7 o'clock after my last training session at 7 o'clock. Then I won't eat again until the next morning.
So you train all day, every day?
All day, every day.
That's awesome.
Sometimes 3 times a day. Sometimes it's 2 days, but 7 days a week. Get it in.
You have to. I mean, if you're trying to be pro and if you're going to be the best, you have to.
And it's not just like, I don't want to be the best in Texas. Like people are like, oh, you're good in your area. I don't want to be good in my area. I want to be good
the best
everywhere.
Yeah.
Because like I don't like the cold. I hate cold weather. I won't go run outside in
Me
the
too.
cold and do cold. Like, because you want to do road work to get running on the pavement so your shins get a little harder and stuff like that. But I don't. I'm so chicken when it comes to that. I can't. Like, I'm so cat. Like, I cannot. So, but then in my head, I'm like, man, what are the Russians doing? Because that's where I'll be fighting sooner or later. And they send their kids outside at -2 degrees and stuff like that. So it's like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? So I'll try to think about that while I'm running. I'm like, oh, let me still get on this treadmill though.
I love the cold weather. I hate Houston's heat.
Nah.
I hate the cold, bro. I say it all the time. I hate it.
I
just can't do
it. Like, it's so miserable. Like, I don't like besides like getting hot chocolate and going snowboarding and stuff like that. What else can you do when it's hot? You can go to the pools and boating and this and that, snow cones.
Well, there's like a lot of activities you can definitely do in the summer for sure.
Yeah.
But like the way I've always thought about it myself. First of all, I naturally just like colder weather, but when it's hot, you can only strip down so much because you can't be naked, right? Yeah. But when it's cold, you can layer up multiple layers.
But still, like,
and trust me, being like sometimes whenever you're cold, it's pretty miserable.
Yeah, like you gotta scrape your car off with that stuff. Like, I'm glad I don't live in like no Utah or stuff like that. Oh, no, I couldn't do that.
No, sir.
No.
I pass.
Hard pass.
Yeah, I want to go to the mountains.
Yeah, when the wind blowing.
Oh no,
that, bro.
And I'm little too, bro. Like, I'm not little, but I'm like, when I get skinny, like when I cut weight, y'all should see it. Y'all ever seen like that one movie with 50 Cent? He got real skinny for that one role. That's how I look when I cut weight.
Well, yeah, because I assume your body percentage fat's really low.
Yeah.
So you don't have any insulation.
Yeah. So like I walk around like between 155, 160.
Okay.
And I cut down to 125.
Have you ever had any problem like with your height, like, you know, with getting girls and stuff?
No.
Really?
No. People are
you said you're 5'8", right?
Yeah, I'm 5'8". And like, I feel like I'm still growing. My knees be hurting. I always tell people I should have been 6 foot. People are like, are you 5'8"? I'm really like 5'10". You know, got to give yourself 2 inches. And so, but like that's like that never like affected me just because it's like I can talk to people. So it's just like,
yeah, that's a gift.
You need, really.
Yeah, that's a gift, man. That's all you need. If you know how to talk, man, bro, you can have all the money in the world. If you're not like a good person, don't know how to talk to people, you're gonna be miserable as fuck.
Yeah.
Because who gonna want to be around you?
And I don't really dress down like that either. Like, because I never developed a style because all my clothes were always like given to me from like college athletics or your training, and people want to give you stuff. So like I never really found like a style. And so like I work with like stylists and stuff like that. I'll hit them up. Like, I'll buy little pieces and stuff like this. We'll mix and match and stuff like that.
That's dope.
So it's like I treat myself like how I want to be in the UFC one day. I want to be like wearing like the nice stuff. So like let's start now. Like when I dress up, like it's game day for me. Like fighting's game day. I dress up. So I either wear a suit or I wear like somebody's brand that they're like rocking. Like this is my homie's brand right here, Hood Superstars Apparel, big brand like Florida and all over and stuff like that. So like I mix and match different pieces when I get help because I never really developed a true style. So I know like height and clothes, and I just talk to people, just have a conversation. Let's get some hot tea. And I tell women like, bro, let's go get hot tea.
Hot tea's good. I like hot tea.
But COVID put me on hot tea. You know?
Jasmine. I like jasmine tea with nothing in it.
And I put a little honey, a little squeeze of lemon.
Oh yeah, I mean, trust me, it's better, but I like it just natural too.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Well, I think that'll do it, man. We appreciate you for coming to sit down and talk with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, we really enjoyed your time. By far, one of probably the best podcasts.
Thank you.
For sure.
Man. It
was a really good time.
Yeah, really good time. Good conversations. Good game out there.
Yeah.
But before we go, do you have any game to give to the younger audience and maybe the people that's going through something in life?
My mom always says this. So if you're going through something in life, like take a second and you gotta think like this too shall pass. And it took me a long time to understand that, like this too shall pass, because it's like, but how long? I like because you want to do everything so fast. Like I gotta be the best. I gotta do this. But how long will it take till it pass? But if you're constantly rushing it and stuff like that, just take your time, take your breath, because one day it'll pass. And depression, eating disorders, anything like that, get help. I went to therapy. I'm a big advocate on it. I talked about it before. My mom sent it to me just to understand like more stuff, leaving college sports and stuff like that. So get help, and don't have to feel just because you're a man, black man, white man, Caucasian and white, same thing, or like Hispanic and stuff like that. You have to deal with it on your own and internalize everything, because walking around angry is not good. So get help. And for the youngins in any sport, anything, try to be the 1%. Do the one thing that everybody else doesn't want to do. Do the extra push-ups, the sit-ups, the crunches. Do the extra running. Do the extra stretching. Do just that one thing that you don't think no one else has to do it. And you don't have to post about it. I don't post like all the extra work I do just because I let my performance speak for itself, And then I would leave. If anybody who just feels like life is too tough, and I've had friends who committed suicide and stuff like that, take a second, breathe, and understand like your void will hurt more people than what you know. Because there's a quote that I internalized for a while. It said, now that I have to remember you longer than I've known you. And so if you ever get that low in your life and you remember that quote and stuff like that, just understand that like the void you'll leave. So that's the little free game that I'll leave, a little knowledge for anybody young and older too. Older people listen to. Y'all tune in, listen. Like it's not just for a young audience, it's for all audiences, because you can take bits and pieces from these guys, from their game, from my game, from anybody else who comes onto the show. Take the knowledge, take the little pieces, because like I tell people, I steal free game. So I don't steal like money and stuff like that. I steal free game, because everybody has a story. You have a story. You have a story. Yep. I have a story. And you may say something today that I might not like, but later on that quote will work for me later. And you may not say something like, even songs. I steal captions out of songs because I take free game. So take the knowledge.
There y'all have it, man. All right, cool. So where could they reach you at? Media and stuff like that?
Got you.
Social media.
Oh, so y'all can follow me at The Almighty BT on Instagram. It's spelled TheOmightBT. It's the same thing on Twitter and Snapchat. I don't get on Snapchat because it's the dying app. Metaverse, y'all may find me on there one day. Who knows? But yeah, those are my only two really. And I have TikTok, but it's more just for funny and playful stuff. But just because I'd be bored. But yeah, my Instagram is where I mostly post my fight news and stuff like that. And Facebook's for like older crowd and stuff like that. It's just Brandon Taylor on Facebook, or BT for short. But yeah, that's where y'all can find me at.
It'll all be in the description down below. So make sure to check it out, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for tuning in today, man. We'll catch y'all next episode. We out.
See you guys.